You've spent a lot of time on the edge, stretched thin, running at capacity, operating in the red. Everything urgent, everything demanding, everything pulling at you in many directions. And you've handled it, you've managed it all because that's what you do. But the edge is exhausting and eventually it's unsustainable. This is day 85, living from the center, not the edge. I'm Coach Shaun, and this is Men in Midlife, a daily reflection series for men who are done coasting and ready to acknowledge and get honest about where they are and where they're going. This one comes straight from my book, 90 Daily Reflections for Men in Midlife. So, you've spent a lot of time on the edge, stretched thin, running at capacity, operating in the red, pushing your limits, living in reactive mode because everything feels urgent. The edge is exhausting and eventually it's unsustainable. Living from the center, on the other hand, means you operate from a place of groundedness, which we spoke about a few days ago. You have margin, you have reserves. You're not constantly at the limit of your capacity. You can respond instead of reacting because you're not already depleted. This requires saying no more often. It requires protecting your energy instead of spending it everywhere. It requires building boundaries and setting boundaries that preserve your center instead of letting everything pull you to the edge. Living from the center doesn't mean you're not engaged. It means you're engaged sustainably. You can show up for what matters because you're not giving everything to what doesn't. You can be present because you're not running on fumes. The edge feels productive, but it's a mirage. Real productivity, real impact comes from operating from a place of fullness, not depletion. And fullness only happens when you protect your center. You cannot sustain life at the edge, it's unsustainable. But you can build a life from the center, and that life is the one that is worth living. What's pulling you to the edge that you need to release to return to the center? What is? Think about that. I'll see you Monday. This is Coach Shaun, and I'm in your corner.